Hey, it's Annie. I am a Star Diamond Beachbody coach. I'm the founder of Team Motivation Nation, and I'm gonna share my story, the nitty gritty, how I've hit rock bottom and found something that changed my life. But bear with me because I'm super awkward in these videos. I have the hardest time with my hands and where to put them. I'm like anywhere. I don't know where they should go. So bear with me, and I hope that my story helps somebody. I guess. I appreciate you taking the time to listen to me ramble. But I will get started. um, I became pregnant. Obviously, I have a little boy. And he's now 6 years old. But I gained 95 pounds with my pregnancy. I know it's crazy. I think about it now. I'm like, what the heck? Did my doctor not say, hey, girl, you're gaining a lot of weight here. You might want to slow it down a bit. No, nobody said anything to me. So I went with it. I ate for two, and that was my excuse all the time. I was like, hey, I got a baby in here. Let me eat kind of thing. I would kill a bag of pecans, which is pretty healthy, but I guess pounds of them will do a number. Um, but yeah, so I gained a lot of weight with him. Prior, not prior, when I gave birth to him, I believe I weighed about 200 and 205, 210, something like that. And when I got pregnant, um, I don't know, it was 95 pounds, so I don't want to do the math right this second, but you got it. Um, and I thought, I'll be able to lose it okay. I'd kind of been athletic for most of my life. I'd been in sports and stuff like that. I'd um, lived the party lifestyle, um, and was okay. So I thought, I'll be able to lose the weight. I'll be okay. Um, and I had him, and I was breastfeeding, and doing all the things that everybody said would help you lose weight. Nothing. In fact, it seemed like I was gaining more weight, and I don't understand what was going on. Um, so I'd tried a few quick fixes here and there, but I had used drugs prior when I was in college, partying and stuff like that, and I kind of would use that to kind of like help me lose a little weight here and there or whatever, and kind of maintain my weight. So I thought, hey, I used that before. Let's see if this will work now. I was desperate. I was so miserable and so overweight and hopeless. I felt like I'm never going to be able to lose this weight. I'm never going to be able to have the body that I'd had before. I'm never going to be able to exercise or work out because I'm carrying around all this extra weight. I want the quick, fast, easy outlet. So I turned to drugs. I mean, I'm not proud of that. It's the truth, though. I started using it every day. And what I thought in my mind would work or what would happen would be me lose weight, but that's not what happened. I lost a little bit of weight, not very much, but I became addicted to something that I needed every day to get out of bed. And that's horrible. I was not living the life of a mother, of a wife. I was waiting, for my next fix, pretty much. And I guess you'd say my mind was not where it needed to be. And it was because of something I turned to lose weight. And that's so sad. When I look back at it now, I think I was so desperate to lose weight that I turned to something that's so bad for me, that's so horrible, that destroyed my life in a sense. It did end up coming to a head, and I won't go into all the details, but within a night, I lost pretty much everything I had. I lost my home, which was leading up to that, but it all happened in like a flash, and so um, I almost lost my child. I lost my job. I lost my car. I lost, everything that meant anything to me at the time. My family thought I was a disgrace, or not a disgrace, but they treated me like I was a criminal, and that I was this horrible, horrible person, and I wasn't. I was a person with an addiction that became addicted because of a need to lose weight or want to lose weight, and that's horrible. And so after that came to a head, my life changed dramatically, obviously. I gave up everything. I found a church, got involved in my church, and got saved and delivered from any drugs or cravings or anything like that, which is a miracle in itself, which is the start of my story. Um, I, like I said, I quit everything, but any weight that I lost during that time, I gained it all back. Number one, and number two, I was the happiest I'd ever been in my entire life, but so miserable with the way I looked that I thought, what am I gonna do? I would pray and ask, like, what can I do? I mean, I knew that exercise and eating healthy was obviously what to do, but I didn't know where to start. I didn't know the first thing about, eating right. I mean, I had a good idea of what workouts to do, but, here I am with a baby now, and um, a life that was trying to rebuild itself and making some sacrifices, my family making sacrifices so that, we could have a home for us after the one we lost and stuff. So it was just not feasible for me to go to the gym. It was not easy for me to do the things that I guess, a normal person would do, which, to lose weight, which is go to the gym, hire a trainer, those kind of things. And that was not something that I could do. And so it was very hard for me to get started. Um, I, reconnected with some friends on Facebook. During that time in my life, I, didn't talk to anybody. Obviously, when you're on drugs, you isolate yourself from the world and or from anybody that really cares, or that would really care about your well-being. You kind of isolate yourself from them. And so when I reconnected with some friends from high school and noticed that they were having really good results, and I was intrigued. I just wanted to know what they were doing and how I could get involved. So Brandy reached out to me regarding a challenge group, and I thought, sure, I'll give it a try. So, I think it was when Turbo Fire was like $14.99 or something like that, and then you paid the remainder off or something. I don't remember what it was, but that's when I got started with the challenge group. I, I was doing, pretty good with my workouts. I was doing them, but I just felt like I wasn't giving it my all. I don't know. I was missing them here and there, and I was not really seeing any true results because I don't think that I was giving it my full effort. And one day, I was, I was like, it was a really pretty day, and I remember this like so clearly. And I remember walking, and I was gonna like go for a jog or something and just get out of the house for a little while. It was like really it was just turning kind of cool, and it was really pretty. And I remember just thinking, why can't I get my workouts in? Like praying, like, God help me, like I've got to lose this weight. This is making me crazy. Please help me. And so it was like, I just, I guess it was God telling me, like, sign up to be a coach, and that way you'll be accountable. And so that's what I did immediately. I immediately signed up to be a coach. Um, and so that, I could use that accountability to help get my workouts in. I figured, I can't tell somebody to do something that I'm not doing. Um, I also got Insanity from a place I'm not going to disclose because a friend kind of gave it to me, I guess you'd say, before I became a coach, really. It was like a couple days before, but I decided, what, I'm going to get started with that program. So I started Insanity, and lost 45 pounds in the 60 days of Insanity. I remember like the first 2 weeks, it was crazy. It was like for the first time, and I couldn't tell you how long, that I was actually losing the weight the healthy way, and I was amazed. I was just like, my soul was lit on fire. I was passionate. I was sharing it. I was just like freaking out, like, oh my goodness, why isn't everybody wanting to do this? Like, seriously, this is so awesome. I mean, how else do you lose like 20 pounds in less than a month? Like, that's what was going on, and I was just blown away by that. And so I created a group and just got all my friends and family involved. I just blasted my results all over Facebook, and it just started growing really, really quickly for me. My business took off, and I quickly went diamond within a month or something like that. Then I went 1 star diamond within, I think it was like 60 days or something, and I had a coach that was one coach away from, diamond, which would make me 2 star diamond. Um, and that's when everything kind of fell apart. Uh, my coach she walked away and said, you know what, this is not a time in my life where I'm ready for this, and let me take a break. And so I was okay with that, but I kind of took it personally. Like, I was like, what did I do wrong? Like, what could I have done differently to help, to change their mind or whatever. And looking back at it now, obviously there was nothing I can do, and there was nothing that I should have taken personally, but I did. And so I let that affect my business. I let that kind of just stall and stop my progress, and I just like hit a brick wall and kind of went crumbling down. And so I lost it all. I went back down to an emerald coach, and I was that way for a few months. I was really questioning whether or not this was something that I should be doing, because I thought, what the heck? What is this all about? I don't understand why I can, do so good so quickly, and then it all just fall apart. And it taught me so much. It taught me how to be a better leader, how to go about things different ways. It also taught me that in my life, in my journey, that rebuilding is becoming my specialty, I guess you'd say. My life falling apart and just rebuilding better than I could have ever imagined. And that's what's happening now is, yeah, everything fell apart, but everything is rebuilding better than I could have ever imagined. And the right way. I'm building a foundation that is stronger and that's not going to crumble with any little thing happen like that. And so that's amazing to me, and I'm super happy that that's happening, and I'm excited that I didn't give up on this, and um, that there was that fire inside of me that just couldn't die out. And so I have big plans to go forward, because this has changed my life. I mean, it's completely taken a shell of a person that was happy in the heart, my heart, but hated the way I looked. I, can now wear a bikini, on the beach for the first time in like 6 years. I'm like, yay, heck yeah. So you know what I did? I went and got a Victoria's Secret card and found every Victoria's Secret bathing suit that I could find that would look okay, and bought it because for 6 years I could never, no, oh, sorry, 5 years I could never wear a bikini. So that was, things that I was been able to do because of this. I now make a full-time income working part-time from home, which is amazing. That blows my mind every day that that's possible, that by doing what I love to do and being able to share this crazy story with y'all and with other people, that I can make an income doing that. I mean, seriously, that's like the best thing in the world. And when I started, I had no idea that the opportunity to make this kind of money was there. I just did it because I wanted to help people, and I was losing weight like crazy and loving it. I mean, that was my reason for joining. And I remember when my coach asked me to set an income goal, or kind of have an idea of what you'd like to make, and I thought, I don't know, what can I make? I mean, what's normal? And so I remember setting a goal that if I made enough to pay for my Shakeology and my son's daycare, I was cool with that. And I made that back in like the first week. And so it was craziness. And it's continued to grow and grow. And I remember I don't like to set really big income goals because for me that's not important. I mean, obviously money, is important, but when I start focusing on money, I lose the fun. It's no longer fun for me. It's no longer, what I love to do. And so I try to set, I guess, goals, like to help people, I guess you'd say. So I set a goal last year to be able to pay for all my grandmother's bills, and I'm now supporting her completely with this opportunity and my own bills, of course. Um, I was able to, I remember growing up always wanting to go to Six Flags and have season passes like the other kids, and I never could afford that. Like, my family would never buy me season passes. And so, um, to be able to do that for my kid would be so awesome. And so, a few weeks ago, like right at spring break, I was able to buy our entire family season passes, combo passes to Six Flags, with a week's earnings of, so that was awesome. And it's it may be little to some people, but that's huge for me because that was something that I never got to be a part of as a kid. And so, I mean, yeah, I got to go, but it was always a part of a free trip for school or something like that. And so being able to have, my kids be able to go every day during the summer if they chose to is awesome. I mean, I love that. I've also been able to give back and help people. I've been able to, at Thanksgiving, I was able to buy a few families Thanksgiving dinners. At Christmas time, I chose 3 families in need that I personally picked, kind of thing, and bought their entire Christmas with this opportunity. And I don't say any of that to brag at all. I say that because it blows my mind that I can make an income and be able to help other people by helping people get fit and lose weight and do, and showing them how I did it. It's so easy and it's so much fun and it's so just life changing, I guess is, the word you'd use for it. But um, it's just, I don't know, it's crazy. So I'm rambling again, and um, that is kind of my story. My team is amazing and they are doing some crazy, awesome things. And maybe one day you'll join us. So I thank you for listening to my crazy life. I apologize for my crazy hands because they're just awkward. I don't know what to. I'm like, okay, I don't know what to do with them. So I will talk to y'all soon. Thanks.